Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I'll be answering and explaining questions 2 through 10 of the 4th section of the SAT, also known as Math with Calculator. I already did the first question in my previous video, so make sure you also check that out. I'm not going to waste any more time, let's get answering. These questions are from SAT Practice Test 1. The question states, if y equals kx, where k is a constant and y equals 24, when x is equal to 6, what is the value of y when x is equal to 5? First, we need to gather our given information, which is y equals 24, x equals 6, and x equals 5. Question 3 states, in the figure above, lines L and M are parallel, and lines S and T are parallel. If the measure of angle 1 is 35, what is the measure of angle 2? Our first move is to label measure 1 as 35 degrees. We also know that opposite and congruent angles are equal, which means these are also equal to 35. Another thing we know is that all straight lines make 180 degrees, which means these equals to 180. To get the measure of angle B, we're going to need to subtract 35 from 180. So our equation is going to look like this. And then just do a simple subtraction, and that's going to give us 145 degrees, which is choice D. Moving on to question 4, it states, if 16 plus 4x is 10 more than 14, what is the value of 8x? So first, we're going to set up our equation. 16 plus 4x. And that's going to equal to 10 more than 14. So we're just going to add up these numbers. And that will give us 24. And we're going to eliminate 16 by subtracting it on both sides. Just bring this down for x. And subtract 16 from 24. And that's going to give us 8. And then just do a simple division. X is equal to 2, but that's not it. The question is asking for the value of 8x. So let's just plug it in. 8x, that's going to equal to 8 times 2. That's going to give us 16. Therefore, our answer is choice C, 16. Moving on to question 5, it states, which of the following graphs best shows a strong negative association between D and T? This is actually a very easy question, and it should only take you 5 seconds to answer. Strong basically means that the dots are close together, which means that we can eliminate choices A and B. And a negative graph always shows the decreasing motion from left to right, which can be seen in choice D. Therefore, choice D is our answer. Moving on to question 6, The question reads, a hospital stores one type of medicine in 2 decagram containers. Based on the information given in the box above, how many 1 milligram doses are there in one 2 decagram container? 2 decagram will be equal to 20 grams because we're basically multiplying these two given information by 2. Therefore, we know that 2 decagram is equal to 20 grams. Since 1 gram is equal to 1000 milligrams, we just need to multiply 1000 by 20 to get the number of doses there are in one 2 decagram container, which should look like this. And this will equal to 20,000. Therefore, choice D is the correct answer. Moving on to question 7, the question reads, the number of rooftops and solar panel installation in 5 cities is shown in the graph above. If the total number of installation is 27,500, what is an appropriate label for the vertical axis of the graph? To answer this question, we're going to let X represent the number of installations that each unit on the Y-axis represent. So we need to add these numbers which are 9x plus 5x plus 6x plus 4x plus 3.5x, and then we're just going to add these numbers, which will all equal up to 27.5x. Since the total number of installation is 27,500, then 27,500 must be equal to 27.5x. Finally, to find out how many installation each unit represents, we're going to need to divide 27.5 on both sides to isolate the x. These two are going to cancel out, and we can see that x is equal to 1000. Therefore, the answer for number 7 is choice C. Moving on to question 8, the question reads, for what value of n is equal to n minus 1 plus 1 is equal to 0? First, we need to set up an equation using the given information from the question. Then we need to subtract 1 on both sides. We can now stop at this point because we know that no value of n can satisfy this equation because an absolute value can never be negative. Therefore, D is our correct answer. Before we move on to question 9, we first need to read this information that we will need to answer questions 9 and 10. The information reads, A is equal to 1052 plus 1.08t. Let's highlight this because we will need it to answer questions 9 and 10. The information reads, the speed of a sound wave in air depends on the air temperature. The formula above shows the relationship between A, the speed of sound wave in feet per second, and T, the air temperature in degrees Fahrenheit. First, we're going to highlight the given information. All done. Now we're ready to tackle question 9. Question 9 reads, which of the following expresses the air temperature in terms of the speed of a sound wave? First, we need to write this equation onto here. A equals 1052 plus 1.08t. Then we subtract 1052 from both sides to isolate 1.08t. These two will cancel, and that leaves us with a minus 1052 equals 1.08t. To get t by itself, we're going to divide 1.08 on both sides. These two will cancel. We can see that t is equal to a minus 1052 over 1.08. We can see that a is our correct answer. Moving on to our last question, question 10. It reads, at which of the following air temperatures will be the speed of a sound wave be closest to 1000 feet per second? To answer this question, we first need to take our original formula, which is a equals 1052 plus 1.08t. And based on the question, our a value is 1000. Then we're going to substitute 1000 for a. What we need to do next is to subtract 1052 on both sides to isolate 1.08t. And that will give us negative 52. And lastly, to get t by itself, we're going to divide 1.08 on both sides. And that will give us a t value of negative 48.148, or approximately negative 48 Fahrenheit. Therefore, our answer for question 10 is choice B. That's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you like my content, and please subscribe to my channel. I will be making more math SAT videos, so please hit that notification bell so that you can get updated. Thank you for watching.